Alright friends, how are you doing here? So I want to make this a quick little video here. It's Sunday night, no one wants to hear me yap here forever, and I've talked so much this weekend, so let's get right down to the nitty-gritty here. So the Fed's going to be talking this week. We're expecting the Fed, let me get this thing out of my way. The Fed's going to be talking here this week, and what we can expect from that is going to be unknown at this point. You know, the market last week ended in crazy numbers. I mean, last week the market just went wild the last 2 days. So we're seeing those numbers. It's still effective right now. So if the market can see sell-off this week, I think a lot of us might find gratitude in that, because the market's breaking all-time records. I mean, we are just like, it's like every other week we're just pushing and pushing. So with that, like I said, I don't want to talk too much about this, but here's where I'm at with a few stocks. Palantir, I'm very happy with my position. I still buy Palantir, but I use Palantir as a savings account in another fund, because I believe the next 5 years, growth-wise with Palantir, is going to be astronomical. I think it is going to be proven that this stock could be somewhere in the line of an Nvidia stock somewhere 4 to 5 years from now. As crazy as that may sound, and many people that may want to argue with that conversation, that's fine, but look at where it's going right now. Look at where it's at. The other subject with that, Nvidia, yes, I use Nvidia as the same thing as I use with Palantir at this point. I just constantly put in money in different accounts. I'm just like, just money in those accounts. Stocks that I'm still buying heavy into, Sofi is a stock that and this is kind of, like I said, I'm just kind of letting you know where I'm at with a lot of things right now. Sofi is a stock that I have a really large portion of in another account at like a $8-9 range. And then I think I even have one at like $7 where I was buying Sofi a few years ago, and I just like left it in there. But I've started another position in Sofi where I just am slowly putting some money in that. And once it gets to like $20 with Sofi, I may pull back and hold back, because I'll be good with my positions and see really where. Once Sofi gets to a $20 range here, that'll be very interesting to see where Sofi is going to go from that point on with, customers, growth, earnings, all that kind of stuff. So that'll be a different conversation, and that will probably be somewhere around, I was expecting anywhere from January to March where we could see Sofi hit that big double-digit number that we've been looking for. So on that next one too is SoundHound. SoundHound is a stock that I have been buying a lot of, and I will continue to buy SoundHound here. I will continue to buy SoundHound here probably to around $15 to $16. Okay, as of right now, unless something really progresses here with SoundHound, which I expect it to. But SoundHound is essentially like Sofi. I bought it low in another account around like $3-4, and I'm going to start another position around obviously this $7 to $9 range, because I think Sofi will sell off SoundHound will sell off a little bit here. I think we're going to find some pullback. I'm curious this week if the market will pull back a little bit. I think a lot of us are hoping it will. We've got some data coming out here, and it probably will not be good, because nothing's been good at this point. The problem is the market's been like, I don't really care about that. I'm going to keep pushing here. Now, new positions that I'm going to be making here probably in December. I'm probably going to start put some money in BBAI. I'm going to start putting money in BBAI. Now, for people that love BBAI, Big Bear here, you're probably, yes, right move. And people that aren't, and they're leaving me very nice comments right now. The reason I'm doing this, and listen, I'm not telling you to put your money in Big Bear right now, because it is a dangerous situation, okay? I've talked about Big Bear lengthily here, but this is a very young AI company right now in the terms of where they're at. I mean, this company is essentially brand new, and they've got a lot going on, a lot to prove here. They do have some very attractive contracts. They have a government contract, but still their quarterlies, their earnings are just, they're nowhere near where a lot of these AI companies are. They're still in debt. They have a lot of debt to take on right now, but slowly trying to pay that off, slowly trying to be a bigger, better company. My thought process with Big Bear right now is, if I have having a little bit of capital that I could just spin right now to take a chance, because listen, if you're looking for big numbers in the market, you're obviously looking for things that have not blown up yet, that have not got into some kind of even a FOMO situation where they're just exploding. Big Bear is in that range right now where it's attractive to investors and it's not attractive to investors. So I completely understand why people would be for this and against this. To me, this is a situation of, I'm going to take a chance. This could really, this could turn out bad. They could bring out the next 2-3 quarterlies could be bad. I'm fully aware of that. I am fully aware of that, but I'm willing to take a chance here that things will continue to turn around here for Big Bear, in that maybe by sometime this time next year, if this turns into a $4 to $5 stock, I'll be happy. I'll be happy, and then go from there and see where the stock is going. The future of this company, where it's going, I wait to see, but it's something I've been watching here, and I really do believe the next run here in the market, these next 4 years, are really going to be big in AI. I think we are going into the industrial age of AI, where we're about to see AI companies just control every narrative right now, and even little bitty AI companies are going to take effect from that. Even if they are coming out with like not great quarterlies, they're still going to run. So that's kind of where I'm at with Big Bear. And I would, and listen, buying Big Bear right now at this $2, $2.50 range right now, I would not be shocked to see Big Bear sell off here at around, $2 to $1.90. I would be glad for it. I would bring it. That would be just fine with me. But that's kind of where I'm at with Big Bear. I'm going to start a position in that very soon. Just building up, buying X amount here and there, especially when it starts to fall down. Another thing that I'm going to start making a position in. A lot of people ask me about like Lucid and these EV companies. I'm not putting my money in these companies right now. If I'm going to do that, I'm just going to buy Tesla. Obviously it's more expensive, but in the long run, it'll be better. These EV companies, obviously near all of them, yes, they're lucrative. They could work, but in the end, there's only going to be a handful of them left, and we don't know. Every year they're up and down. So I'm not. There's too many other things out here that are so lucrative to where you can put your money in, and it's going to make you a lot more money. I look at Fubo in that same conversation. I hate saying that, but Fubo is a thing that I can't have anything to do with Fubo right now. It's just too risky. It's too risky until this lawsuit gets settled. So I'm just kind of out of it right now. And not that I'm shocking anybody here, but DJT here is a stock that I'm watching. I'm curious if this is going to sell off any. Right now, it's not appearing so. I was curious to see if this stock would sell off to the high teen range. Has not. 25, I would gladly buy back in. But I would buy back in to sell out at the end of January when T-Pain comes in to get inaugurated here. So that's what I'm just looking at that as a quick play, capital gain money, and take it and put it somewhere else. Maybe put it in Big Bear AI, and that's how I'm playing that. So I'm watching that, and I have money set aside for that to where I want to jump in. And if I have to jump in at $30, then I'll jump in at $30. But obviously, wanting to get in at the least, when there's pretty much blood in the streets here. But it really depends on this market. This market is not letting go of these numbers. It's not letting go. These last 2 months in the market have been radical compared to what has been going on here most of the 4 years. The numbers and money we've been making just in the past 45 days here have been a lot more than just what the 4 years have brought here for most investors, I would say. So friends, like I said, that's just kind of where I'm at right now. I just want to give a quick little glimpse into my life, what I'm thinking here, what I'm doing. I've talked so much about these companies. I still think, yes, Palantir is going to 70, it's going to 75, it's going to $80 regardless. That's coming. You're not going to stop that. A lot of people with SoFi are in the conversation of a lot of people think that SoFi is not, saying $30 for SoFi in the summer of 2025 is pushing it. I understand it's pushing it. I do. I get that conversation. To me, $30 in the summer of next year, I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest. I don't think $30 is that big of a deal, okay? Because what we can probably guarantee is that these next quarterlies with SoFi, from what just happened with these deals and what's continuing to happen with growth, they're probably going to annihilate these next quarterlies, and they're going to be even bigger than what the quarterlies were that just came out. So I think that SoFi is going to $20 sooner than you think. I think it's going to go to $25 sooner than you think. If SoFi, and answer me this question, if SoFi is able to hit $20 by the end of January, okay, and I'm giving it time right now, if it's able to hit $20 by the end of January, okay, well, by the end of March, it will more than likely be at 23 to 25. How much more volume and buy-in and people and FOMO and just SoFi taking over the zeitgeist, how much more will it take for SoFi just to be at a $30 price by July? We'll say August. Okay, I'll give it to that. I don't think it's going to take that much more. So think of it that way. It's going to be here before you know it. $20 is coming. You're not going to stop it with SoFi. So friends, that's my goss. That's what I'm saying. I wish all of you best of luck tomorrow in the market. We will see what happens. I'm excited. You should be excited. Friends, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.